is up, everyone? Look, Chris just slides in. Oh man.
I was trying to be smooth.
so, so we're glad to be back.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. So
Yes.
unfortunately, when you take trips like I took, then you need to spend some time there. So it's not like traveling in the U.S. where you're kind of can go and come back and you're flying overseas. So it's kind of a
Yeah.
hey, if you're going to go, you got to make the most of it. So.
Oh,
So,
no doubt.
so that 2 weeks, and then of course I know Chris had some family in, so he took a week off before that.
Yeah.
And of course, I came back into this weather, and for I don't know for some godly reason it drained the shit out of me, dude. Like I could not
Yeah.
I could not get my shit together. I was in bed most of that day. I was just like, man, I can't fucking do anything. Like
It's all good, man. It's all good.
yeah, it was. I don't know if it was just because of the trying to get back to my body's trying to get back to a different
sure.
time time and everything. Because like hell, I'll be at work 7, 8 o'clock. My body's like, dude, it's 12 o'clock. Let's go to bed. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
bro, it's only 7.
Yeah.
So it was. It's definitely. I'm still trying to get there. So um, I'm almost there. I think so.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah,
gonna
you
take
you wouldn't think you would yeah. You wouldn't think 6 hours would make that big of a difference, but it does.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna take you some time to get reacclimated for sure.
I can't imagine going to Japan or Australia or somewhere.
Oh Jesus,
whew,
yeah.
that would be rough.
Damn. Yeah. Well, we know Australia is 15 hours ahead.
Yeah, I think Japan is pretty close to that.
I think they're
13 maybe.
13 maybe. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, they're a half a day ahead, easy. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably like 11 o'clock in the morning in Japan. It's already like 1
Yeah.
o'clock in the afternoon in Australia. So I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's just amazing. It's amazing like we're like we bring this up a lot is how we're able to do this in all those time zones.
I know it has been crazy all the places we've been able to virtually visit. So
Right.
yeah,
So, you know what? I got to do
yeah.
something
We
real quick before.
if we ever get to the point where we get even a snowball's chance at getting to half of the places we've ever had interviews, that would be incredible.
Sorry, I had to cut my VPN off, or it was going to. Evie Mux does not like my VPN for some
Oh
reason.
well, yeah. Neither does my Android Auto. It doesn't like it either. So
No, yeah, so, but
has
I'm sure
a conniption. So
WWE probably don't like me using it either. But fuck them.
that's on them.
Yeah,
That's
quit putting,
that's their own fault for getting greedy with WWE.
well,
Then.
they need to quit putting shit on 5 different fucking platforms. They just
Yep.
stick to one. Goddamn.
That's what I mean. You're getting too greedy with all this bullshit.
It was CW and USA. That was it. Now it's like, oh, Netflix, USA, CW, ESPN. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, I'm not buying fucking 15 different fucking apps just to watch fucking wrestling, dude.
Yeah.
I'll catch the highlights or I'll buy you VPN and, do what I do. So,
There you go. Well, the funny thing is these networks and these streaming platforms and whatever, and I mean, they kind of bring it on themselves. So I mean, they got no one else to blame really but themselves.
yeah.
As far as
I
I'm
mean, that's where
concerned.
you got to hit them in the pocketbook. So
That's
where
what I
you gotta
mean.
hit 'em,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Absolutely, 100% agree with you there.
so unfortunately. So
With your wallet, yep.
So, just to tell you a little bit, I did get to catch a show over there, and I found some interesting things about the differences in the way Europe does things and the way the USA does things.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not sure if every venue does the same way there because I only talked to the two. I talked to two bands there, and they were I was trying to get some info out of them. And from what I was told, I'll say this: when I went to the merch table, and I'll actually show you some stuff here real quick. This was the headlining band, Sworn Amongst.
Yep.
They were the headliners. I believe they're out of the UK though. I don't want to swear to that We'll check my facts real quick. So well, they're showing Encyclopedia Metallica. Look at there. Yeah, they are the United Kingdom. So Yorkshire, England area. So they did make the trip over to headline the show that we were at. Which another thing, the setup of this bar that they were in was so fucking cool. Like they had a pretty much open floor, and then they had a couple of tables near the merch table and the sound check or the sound guy. They had some tables there. I mean, it was bar stools and a little table, so it was like a two-person table. That was all that was there. So yeah, like two tables there. Then there was like some behind me, and then we were like kind of right in front of the stage, and there was two tables where we were sitting, and we were sitting in one, and then some other people were sitting at the other. And then they had the whole floor to do what they wanted to do, and it didn't interrupt us at all. So it was kind of like it was so wild how it was just like it was set up so perfectly. And then of course you could step up into the bar area, and there was more seats in the bar, of course. And then there was an outside area, so you could go outside and smoke or whatever you wanted to do out there. So it was pretty much separated really well, I thought. And it was this to us would be like a small show. You know what I mean? Like it would be like Halo Scars and some kind of what we see with them and Valkyrie's Fire and stuff with handful of 100 people maybe. So it was like kind of like that. It was like 60 people there or something like that.
Okay,
so,
nice.
So it was a decent crowd for a bar, I thought. So
yeah.
But anyway, I was talking to the merch guy from Sworn Amongst, and I said, "Hey, let me get two of those T-shirts." And I don't even remember how many. Did I buy 3 CDs from them? 2 CDs. I bought 2 CDs and 2 shirts. And he said, "Oh, are you?" He said, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want 2 CDs and 2 shirts." And he said, "Oh, okay." So he pulls them out or whatever, and he says, well, "That's going to be 50 pounds." And I'm just like, "Okay." And scan my card, go by my business, and I was thinking, I'm like, dude, I just got 2 T-shirts and 2 CDs for $58 American dollars.
Yeah.
so I was just like, this is fucking crazy. So I had to ask him. I was like, hey, is there like do these like venues take merch cuts from you guys or anything like that? And he said, dude, I've been with Sworn a Month for 6 years and I've never paid a merch cut for anything. So I'm just like, wow, that's pretty fucking amazing because, that's why we pay $40 for a fucking T-shirt. It's like, because these motherfuckers want a cut of every goddamn thing. So that right there was amazing to me just to find that out. I'm just like, man, this is so cool. Like, it should be like this everywhere. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because the bar was making money. I mean, if they took anything, they should take a cut of the ticket sales. I mean, they shouldn't take any of the merch.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, that's something that, like you say, if anything, it should be that, and that should be negotiated ahead of time.
Right,
but it still should be like, you figure it should be like 80-20 or 85.
Yeah. They shouldn't get the majority of it.
Something like that. Yeah. None of this 60-40, 50-50 shit. I mean, I mean, you can have a little bit of it, a little bit of the gate, because, I mean, we are at your venue.
Right.
But, I mean, these venues have nothing to do with anything.
And the merch, yeah, they
have nothing to do with it.
Their name ain't on it.
No. The only thing they do is offer a little bit of floor space, and like I say, that shit should be negotiated ahead of time. Yeah. And I like what some of these bands are doing over here. These bands are like, fuck it, we're not selling merch. If you find us out in the parking lot, we'll sell shit out of the van. And I hope more. Well, actually, a few bands have done that over in Europe too, but I'm hoping more of these bands do that shit. And I wish some of these bigger bands would do it. I wish some of these bigger bands have to be the ones that set the precedent.
Yeah. Well, we've been on here saying this. The bands that we're talking about on this show are going to be the bigger bands at some point, and they're going to be the ones saying, "Fuck you, we're not doing that." So once the Metallicas, the Iron Maidens, all them are gone, what are the venues going to do? I mean, those guys are gone. They're not. You can't mooch off of them anymore.
But it's got to be. I think it's got to be something. I think it's something that's got to be done now. Just so the practice gets abolished.
Yeah.
Because no disrespect to the band you went to see, but I mean, they if they would have done it, I mean, it would have just helped them in that venue on that particular day, and it wouldn't even probably have resonated past the walls of the venue and the people that were there. That's what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm saying no disrespect to them,
Right. Right. Right.
but you need somebody who's gonna grab attention. You know, like an
Well.
iron. You know, like one of the one of the old heads. You know, it's gonna be
Yeah.
like, you know what, we are not going to allow merch cuts on this tour, or or whatever. I mean, they need, there's one of these bands who has made their money. Of course, at this point they've made their money, but at the
Oh
same time
yeah.
it's the principle of the thing, because you're looking
It
out for the
is.
people coming up behind you.
Right.
Someone needs to be the band to step up and say, hey, we know we've made plenty of money, but we got an innumerable amount of bands who are trying to do the same thing we're doing on a
Yeah.
much smaller scale with a much tighter budget. So this shit needs to stop.
And like when you say stuff like that, the only bigger band that comes to mind that would even remotely say anything would probably be Megadeth. You know, and of course they're fucking hanging it up. So, what would they say now? Because they're like, fuck it, we're done anyway. So,
Yeah.
but
Well, we're still paying $40 a piece for
yeah, right.
Megadeth t-shirts too. So
True.
so but yeah, we're paying for 66% of what you paid for the entire kit and caboodle that you bought.
Right.
So
Exactly. Exactly. Well, we probably like if you pay. So if I pay, me and you go, well, we both buy 2 shirts. That's $80. Well, that's probably a box of fucking t-shirts that they pay. I mean, they probably paid that much for the whole box.
maybe
Oh, I can probably tell you that
possibility.
because I mean,
Yeah, probably. Depending on how many they buy per size, yeah, you're probably right.
well, I can tell you what I buy. I mean, I buy a dozen for $35. So
Yeah.
when I do our shirts, so you know, you think if they're doing it on a larger scale,
Yeah.
you could like I could go and buy a semi full of fucking t-shirts for like a couple grand if that's what I wanted to do. But I mean, hell, I can't I can't do
Right.
anything like that. I don't have the
Yeah, we
equipment
don't.
for,
Yeah,
for
we
one.
don't.
But
Well, and we don't have the overhead for that and everything else, the distribution for that. But
well,
the
what,
point, but the logic is still sound. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I thought it was pretty cool that well, there could be another way to do that too if multiple bands start doing it. If you got like instead of a handful of bands doing it, then you got 100, 200 bands doing it. Then
Yeah.
maybe the venues be like, oh fuck,
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I think these venues, if they keep, and I'm getting so tired of the whole fuck around and find out. I'm getting so tired of that expression. But at the same time, these venues are going to keep playing with fire, and it's gonna bite them in the ass.
Yep.
They're just not gonna. They're just. And here's the funny thing: is the venues are probably like, well, the venues are probably like, well, we don't lose any money at all if these artists decide not to sell their merch here, and that's true. But at the same time, if your clientele for the night aren't coming and buying merch, odds are you're going to take a hit at the bar.
Yeah.
Because if like if you and I go to a venue and we find out that a band isn't going to sell merch at the show because of what the venue is doing, are you going to give the venue any more of your money
Hell
because
no.
they're trying to
I'm
fuck
gonna
the
do my-
band over?
I'm gonna do my best not to. I'm gonna drink
That's what
water.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, you already paid your ticket, and that's fine. Everyone needs to buy a ticket to get, that's fine. But if we go to like, not saying that Broken Bowl does this, but if we go to Nashville and we go to Broken Bowl and go to a show and find out that they wanted to, like, if we went when we went to that KK's Priest and Accept tour, and we found out, because I bought 2 shirts and you bought at least 2, if I remember correctly. But if we would have found out that they were taking 20 or 25% merch cuts from both bands, we would have been like, fuck that noise.
Yeah.
And we sure as hell wouldn't have given Broken Bowl any more of our money other than what we paid to get in, just on principle. So that's what it's going to come down. It really is going to come down to these venues taking the hit in the wallet, because they aren't losing money on the merch.
Yeah.
They're making money on the merch.
Yeah.
They're not losing anything. And that's what's so infuriating, because you're not spending any money on merch, so you're not losing any money on it.
Right. Yes.
All you're trying to do is take advantage of the acts that are coming to your venue on a particular night, who are bringing the clientele, who are going to spend money on, in Brooklyn Bowl's case, the restaurant portion and then the bar portion. So that's where they're making their money.
Right.
So when it comes down to pissing off your clientele and them having to say, well, fuck you, I'm just going to drink either before or after, that's where that's where they potentially stand to lose their money. So that's what it's going to take. It's going to take bands finally rising up and saying, we're not doing this shit anymore. And it's going to take maybe people like you and I going, if we hear about merch cuts, we're going to show up for the show and then we're going to go home. We'll eat and drink after, which is cheaper for the fans anyway. But so
Well, that's one of the reasons
it's going to have to be a combination of the two.
Well, that's one of the reasons I don't go to Bridgestone, because it's too fucking expensive to do anything there. Like you can't even drink a Coke there for fucking $10 for God's sake. It's so goddamn stupid. Like,
well,
last time we went to the Megadeth shows, Susie's like, "Hey, I want a beer," and I was like, "All right, cool, I'll drink one with you or whatever." Go up and get
like
two
$30,
beers or whatever.
right?
$32 fucking dollars. I'm like, what for 2 fucking beers?
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
And
I said, well, that shit won't happen again.
I don't understand how that's not price gouging. I don't.
Oh,
get
it is.
I
It's
don't
most
understand.
definitely price gouging.
I don't understand how it's legal. I mean, I guess you can charge. I guess it's the old adage: you can charge what people are willing to pay. But how can that be legal when
Especially with alcohol.
Right? I mean,
at this point, you're peddling shit.
Yeah, well, that's true. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you're talking about 24-ounce beers, but at the same time, everyone you can go to Kroger right now, and you can get a 12-pack of cans, which equates to 6 24-ounce cans. Either way, and you can even buy tall boys in a store. But either way, you can go to Kroger and get a 12-pack for less than what they're charging for one fucking beer at a show.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that's not price gouging. I don't know how it's legal.
It's ridiculous.
I don't understand.
I don't see how anybody can afford to drink 6-8 beers.
I know. You see these people.
what the
that
hell do you do
stack
for a living?
empty cups. It's like you just spent $150 on beer.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, man.
it's crazy.
It is. It's insanity. So we usually just eat before or after. Now,
that's what we do too.
Now, we're going to Louder Than Life again this year with you guys. I mean, that's a different animal. You're there all day.
Well, yes, you pretty much have to get something.
Thankfully, they let you. Technically, they let you bring some things as long as they don't see it in your clear bag. But you can bring gum to chew. I may or may not try to sneak a couple packs of Nutter Butters in my backpack this go around so I can snack on something. But I mean, they have the water stations, which is nice. And then the food is expensive. I thought the food was overpriced. I mean, it was good, but it was overpriced. But I mean, what are you getting? You have to eat. So they get you by the short hairs. They do. They get you by the short hairs, and it's bullshit. But but I am so looking. God, I'm so looking forward to that. God, it's gonna be an insane day.
Well, I mean, all four days are pretty stacked on this year. I thought. I mean, it's not a. I don't think any one day is probably. I don't know. Yeah, probably. I guess there is a day or two that if I had to go a different day, it'd probably be Thursday and Friday, and then I'd probably call it off. But but I mean, it's stacked all the way through.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about the lineup just on that Thursday is just ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous for what we paid for it for sure.
It's nuts. I mean, the second half of the day, it's like a who's who of like the bands that we listen to. I mean, Iron Maiden, Pantera, Megadeth. Machine Head, Sabaton. I finally get to see Sabaton live. Yeah. Metal Church. I mean, Guar, Suicidal Tendencies. Those all on the same day. Yeah. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, crazy.
Get
man.
out of here, man.
Yeah, they do the booking right there for sure. So
they did.
So anyway, there's the other band. This band here. Let's see which one. I'll show you here. I got a couple of their. CDs here too. This is a 12 gauge Outrage.
Nice. That's a hell of a cool cover too. I like that.
Yeah, they got I mean, this was one of their other covers.
That's cool too.
So they got. I got 3 of their CDs. So
nice.
They've been out a little while. So,
that's wild.
Yeah. Then that was the other Sworn Amongst.
Nice
CD there. So yeah, I picked up a couple CDs there. So just to support the bands, because like I said, they're probably kind of like the bands that go through here, and they're trying to make it. And
Mm-hmm.
the 12 Gauge Outrage are Irish, so I mean they were an Ireland metal band. So there's
Very
another
cool.
band, Too Far Fetched. They didn't have any CDs or anything, but Susie got a T-shirt from them.
Oh, see, that's cool.
So we bought something from all of them. And what was crazy is we probably spent all the stuff that we got. Like I said, I got 5 CDs. We got 3 T-shirts, I think, and it was still like I think it was still. I don't even think we spent 100. I think I said it was $105 or something.
That's, I mean, you're not buying 5 CDs and 3 T-shirts for that here. No
Hell
fucking
no.
way.
Yeah, I mean
No
those
way in
those
hell.
CDs were $10, man. Like
Yeah.
you know, or €10, whatever. But it's still like
Yeah.
was a dollar 18. I think it was $1.18 American to every dollar. So you know, so you're thinking
Yeah.
18 cents more. So
Yeah.
18 cents. So $1.80. So it'd have been $11.80 for CD.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're not going to buy a CD for that here. I mean,
Mm-mm,
that's
no.
fucking crazy.
Well, first of all, you have to fucking find them.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
You have to find them.
Yeah, and I think that's cool too because they had a lot of like record places over there. I didn't
Yeah.
even. I gotta show you my records that I
Yeah.
bought too. So then,
Yeah. Like you got me this for
yeah,
you brought me this back for my birthday, which is
yeah,
very cool.
yeah.
You know,
I
because
thought it was so.
obviously Sentence they're not around. They went on permanent hiatus in 2005. But
Yeah,
you know,
and I've never seen a Sinister album here in the States, so I was just like, oh, this is
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. I said, well, if he don't want it, I'll take it. I was like, here, pick something else. So I think I bought like I did buy $300 worth of records there, so I mean, I did do that. So
Yeah, but still, there's no telling what you would have paid here in the
yeah.
U.S. So
Well, I wish I would have brought that up. Maybe I'll bring that out next time and talk about it. But I had a Lamb of God record that I didn't even know existed. Like it was in between. It was in between the self-titled record and the one before it, and I was like, "What?" I said,
yeah, you were
I've never even
yeah.
heard of this." It's
Yeah,
like,
you
what
told me about that.
I'm actually going to see if it's even on Spotify or anything real quick, just to let's see where's their albums. There it is. Yeah, it's not. It's not even listed on Spotify. Like,
That's
so,
wild.
yeah. So it's like where did this fucking record come from?
Yeah.
Like, it has no songs I've ever heard of on it. I
That's
mean,
and then that's one of those things when you see it, you have to buy it.
well, yeah, because
You
I was
have
just
to
like,
buy that.
I asked Susie because Susie loves Lamb of God. I was like, have you ever fucking heard of this? She goes, no. I said, did any of them songs sound familiar to you? She goes, nope. I said, well, I wanted to buy
Sold.
this motherfucker because
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I feel like I'm not a I'm not an encyclopedia of Metallum.
Right.
Of metal, but I do feel like I know enough to know when I see something that hey that's never
That's a
seen it
must
before.
have. Yeah.
That's a must have, yeah. So
Yeah.
and then I bought I bought a special edition of the Testament Parabellum. I bought one of those limited edition splatter CDs or something or
Right.
records for that, and I got an Overkill record. It was an old Overkill record, but yeah, so yeah, there's some good stuff, man. They have really good metal variety over there. You didn't have to like search for shit over there. I mean, there
Man,
almost every. I went into 3 record stores. Every one of them had metal. So
that's a
and,
well.
and I'm not talking about
change.
I'm not talking about a little corner of the thing being metal. I'm talking about they had a fucking wall of metal. It's
Yeah,
like
that's nice.
yeah. So I was like shit. And so I said, damn, I don't think I've ever seen and I told Susie that when I walked into the one place, I said, damn, I don't think I've ever seen this much metal in the records, like in records.
Oh, and vinyl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is crazy.
Maybe not since Tower Records.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild, man. So, but very enjoyable. So, like I said, learn about 3 new bands. So that's always good. And,
It is.
so
See, it was a work trip, is what that was.
that's what it was.
It was a work trip.
Yeah.
Too bad
If I'm-
you
yeah.
can't write all the expenses off.
Well, yeah, because we're not really a business.
I know.
Technically, a business. We don't have a business license.
Right. Yeah.
But maybe I'll look into that. I can record a loss for 3 years or something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
Oh man. Anyway, I guess we better get back into rolling with the
Yeah. Yeah. Getting back with the program. Yeah.
yeah, because obviously I'm way out of the loop at this point. 'Cause I couldn't even put my headphones on right, so
He was fumbling around a little bit at
yeah.
the start.
I was like I told you before we came on. I was like, man, it's like I was trying to put a Rubik's cube together. I was like trying to flip these because they fucking flip back and forth and shit. Like,
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, that'd probably be a good TikTok video right there. Just fucking with your earphones trying to get them.
Some Metalheads Unite podcast bloopers.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh man. Is this thing on? What the fuck?
God knows we've had that happen plenty of times.
Oh God, yes. Oh man. I guess we'll talk about some birthdays for the week. I just went with this week because I know we've
That's
been gone
fine.
for a while,
Yeah,
and I
that's
didn't
right.
want to like backtrack, 2 or 3 weeks or nothing. I figured we
Yeah.
just start now and go forward. So
That's fine. Yep.
you know, and then hopefully I found a band or two to reach out to, so hopefully we'll get the ball rolling back
That's right.
with bands and try to get back into the swing of things that way too. So
Hell yeah. Start recasting some lines into the water.
yeah. So that's why I didn't do a lot before because I knew I was going to be gone. I was like, well, I don't really want to like say, hey, can you come a month from now? Because
Yeah.
some bands probably don't know their schedule that far out.
Right.
So
Yeah. Didn't want to leave anybody twisting in the wind for too long. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of I don't know, kind of unprofessional in my opinion. But
I think so. I agree with you.
anyway, birthdays from July 18th up until today, July 24th. The 18th, we had, and I'm going to kill these names on some of these probably, but that's okay. Caesar Zuderwick, drummer for Golden Earring. Darren Malakian, guitarist for System of a Down. Aaron Gillespie, vocalist and guitarist for Under Oath. And then Andrew Crahan, guitarist for My Dying Bride. July 19th, we had Brian May, guitarist of Queen. Rob Flynn, of course, vocalist and guitarist for Machine Head. Russell Allen, vocalist for Symphony X and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Martin Powell, keyboardist and violinist for The Eternal from 2012 to 2018. He was also with Cradle of Filth from 2000 to 2005 and My Dying Bride from 1991 to 1998. So he's been in a few little projects there. And then last but not least, on the 19th, we had Tom G. Warrior, vocalist for Triptychon. Of course, he's been in I think Celtic Frost and another couple bands in the past, but that's his current band, so I just stuck with the current stuff here. So, mainly because I didn't want to look up all the
Right.
the dates because they didn't give them to me on his. I was just like,
Yeah.
you got the dates. I just stick with what he's currently in. So,
Yeah.
and I'll say this: I don't know if you've watched the Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, because I thought, I didn't realize how good of a guitarist Brian May really was. Dude.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
was fucking killer, dude. We can say whatever we want, but Queen has some fucking rocking hits. So
They do. They absolutely do.
and then, all right, and while we're talking about that, Susie brought up something to me about the Beartooth singer situation where he was married and then come out and stuff like that. And I was like, man, that just when I was watching the movie, I said, damn, that's really familiar. It's really kind of close.
Yeah.
Even though I think Freddie Mercury's wife, I think had a hint of what of that he was he was leaning that way. So
Right.
I think she already kind of knew, but she just had to hear him say it. I think, but.
Yeah.
But anyway, July 20th, J.J. French, guitarist for Twisted Sister. Paul Cook, drummer for Sex Pistols. Chris Cornell, vocalist for Soundgarden and Audio Slave. And of course, we know he died in 2017. And then we had Carlos Santana, guitarist for his, Santana, of course. But and then I know y'all going to say that about Carlos and people like that too. That he, amazing guitarist, and I'm sure a lot of fucking metal guitarists would probably say, "Oh yeah, I've studied Carlos Santana." So,
Sure.
yeah. So, And that's why I say, like, some things aren't going to be metal, but
Mm-hmm.
metal influenced, absolutely.
Yep.
July 21st, we had Jim Martin, guitarist for Faith No More. We had Lee Aaron, vocalist for, well, actually, he was just a vocalist, but he did a song called Metal Queen back in the, I guess it was like the 80s, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was a single that was inspired by the movie Heavy Metal. That was the big claim to fame there, I guess. So. Then we had Corey Cooper, guitarist for Skillet, June 20, July 22nd. Jesus Christ, going back in time.
Right.
Man, the DeLorean took me back too far. July 22nd, John Oliva, vocalist for Sabotage, and of course he's with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra as well. Will Calhoun, drummer for Living Color. Pat Badger, bassist for Extreme, and then Jason Becker, guitarist for Cacophony and David Lee Roth Band. And of course, we talk about Jason a lot with being the probably the longest living person I've ever known with ALS. So,
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing. What he's like 53, I think they said he was now, or something like that. So 56 maybe,
somewhere around there.
Oh,
Somewhere
is
around
it 50, somewhere in the 50s?
Yeah, but I mean, he's had ALS for like 30
Yeah,
years.
since he was like 20, what, 3
Yeah,
years? I don't know,
ridiculous.
something.
I mean, we all saw what happened with Ross the Boss. He found
Yeah.
out like a month later.
Yeah,
Oh,
so crazy, dude.
So it's weird how
Yeah.
how quick
just-
it got Ross and how long Jason Becker's been able to live
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
pretty incredible, actually.
It is actually. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if they're just keeping him alive to research or something, or what they're doing. But man, like he's definitely could be an example, for sure, to maybe learn more about it.
Definitely unheard of with that disease for sure.
The hell? Oh, there it goes. It's like my damn screen went black. What the fuck? All right, and then July 23rd, we had Nick Menza, drummer for Megadeth from 1989 to 98, and we know he passed away in 2016. Slash, guitarist for Guns N' Roses, and of course his solo projects, and then Velvet Revolver. Chris Dovas, drummer for Testament. And then July 24th, which is the day, we have Paul Gary, drummer for Extreme, Joel Strutzel, guitarist for Killswitch Engage, and well, I wouldn't say good friend, but we got a picture with the guy, Pete Weber, drummer for Havoc.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
So, oh man. So that's all the birthdays that I had for this week. I don't know if I missed anybody.
I do have one. Let's see. Dave Ianica, his stage name was Dave Holocaust. He was the bassist for the band Destructor. He was born on July 24th, 1964, and he was actually murdered on January 1st, 1988.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So yes, he was born on this date, 1964. So yeah, that's one I just happened to see in passing. I was like, oh, I'm just going to screenshot this just in case. So.
Yeah, because I haven't like done any like past. What I'm saying, once I was done, I didn't have time to go back and proof anything just to make sure I didn't miss nothing. So
no, man, fair enough.
And then I hadn't been on the webs, none of the socials in the last 3 or 4 hours. So
yeah,
I just happened to catch with one thing that I was telling you about. That I sent you the picture on for the news that just come out today. I just happened to see that pop up. I was like, oh shit, that's new, that's fresh.
Yes.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, I guess we will just jump right into the news, which I know we have a lot of not so good news.
Yeah, we got a lot of.
Yeah,
we
which
got
is unfortunate. But,
we got a shit ton of.
Yeah, they're making up for the weeks we didn't have none for sure. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. And I'm gonna lead off with the one that actually just happened a few hours ago. I mean,
Yeah.
literally just within the last couple hours. It's all over Facebook. It's on every single one of our platforms. I'm gonna grab it from Metal Injection, and I have 10 of these to talk about. I am not gonna read every single one of them at length because
you're good.
I mean, I know we have some time to make up, but Jesus, we don't have all night. Well, I mean, it would. From the 13th, in the last 9 days, we've had 10 deaths.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, I'm going to address them all, but I mean, I'm not going to turn this into a TLDR situation. All right, so over at Metal Injection, Lou Kohler, founding frontman of iconic New York City hardcore band Sick of It All, has passed away at the age of 59. The band made the announcement today, July 24th, like I say, literally within the last 2-3 hours, via a post made on Sick of It All's official Instagram page. Quote, "It is with unbelievable sadness that we announce to our worldwide hardcore family the passing of our brother Lou Kohler. The level of loss that we feel at this time is overwhelming. This year would have marked Sick of It All's 40th anniversary as a band, and Lou's camaraderie, commitment, and enthusiasm were always steadfast throughout the years. We have lost a beloved friend and an iconic frontman. Lou had the power to raise everyone's spirits at our shows with a smile and a sarcastic comment, and he won people over wherever he played from every culture and every corner of the world. At this time of intense grief, we must again acknowledge the great help and support offered by everyone who donated to Lou's medical fund. You all helped Lou feel very special and very loved as he battled away these last 2 years. His battle is over now and he can finally rest. Hopefully he can somehow still see and feel the beautiful positive mark left on the world." Kohler was diagnosed with esophageal cancer in 2024 and declared cancer-free in May of last year. However, and unfortunately, just 4 months later in September, Kohler announced the cancer had returned. Our hearts go out. Our hearts are with the Kohler family. New York hardcore forever. So, and as always, like we always say, fuck cancer. So,
Yeah, that's kind of a rough cancer to have as a vocalist. I mean, what are you gonna do
yeah,
with esophageal cancer? Jeez.
yep, 100%.
Did you want me to read, or do you want to go through a few more, or what?
I could, yeah. Let me do a few more here
Okay.
real quick because there were actually quite a few of these that I actually posted to the group, and
Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out to the Facebook page Keep Metal, because
Oh God,
man,
yes.
they do a really good. Of course, a lot of our platforms do a good job of keeping up with some of this stuff, but man, Keep Metal. I mean, they do a lot of these. So here's another one I'm going to do. Like I say, this is over from Keep Metal. The metal community is mourning the loss of Walter Ortiz, vocalist, guitarist, and founding member of Argentina's death/thrash metal band Devastacion, who has passed away at the age of 67. Walter Ortiz was the driving force behind Devastacion, one of Argentina's pioneering underground death thrash metal bands. As the band's founder, vocalist, and longtime guitarist, he dedicated nearly 4 decades to keeping the spirit of South American extreme metal alive. So that's for Walter. Let me scroll down real quick. Who else we got? I hate that I have to say it that way, but I mean we do. It's just
Yeah.
like this week especially. It just seems like every day it was just another one. It's like, oh man, I hate that. Let's see, where did they go? Oh, here we go. Also from Keep Metal. Where did you go? All right, hang on. Where'd you go? Shit, I had it. Hold on. I hate when that happens. Where did you go? Oh, there we are. All right. The metal community is mourning the loss of Dave Jeff Ferris, vocalist of the American death metal band Decay, who passed away at the age of 57 on July 20th. Dave Jeff Ferris was known for his powerful vocals with Decay, a band that was part of the underground American metal scene during the early 90s. As the voice behind Decay, Dave contributed to the band's releases, including the 91 demo Atrocities, the 94 Split, Payback/Inconsiderate, the Rebirth demo, and the Milwaukee's Metal Music Mania Industry Sampler compilation, leaving his mark on the raw and intense sound of underground metal. So that's Dave Jafaris, died on the 20th. And then we have the metal community is mourning the loss of Remus Silva, bassist of Brazilian thrash/death metal band Leprosy, who passed away at the age of 61 on July 21st. Remus Silva was a respected musician from Brazil's underground metal scene, best known for his work as the bassist of Leprosy, one of the bands that helped shape the country's extreme metal movement. Joining Leprosy during the band's classic era, Remus contributed to the band's aggressive thrash/death metal sound, performing on the 91 demo Killer Sickness and becoming part of the band's legacy during the early years. And I see that. No, there's another one. Breaking news, the metal community is mourning the loss of Shane Cole, guitarist of Hideous Pit, who passed away at the age of 59 following a heart attack on July 17th. The American guitarist was best known for his work in the underground metal band Hideous Pit, where he performed from 2019 until his passing in 2026. Although his time in the spotlight was rooted in the underground, his commitment to metal and his love for the music left a lasting impression on everyone who knew him and shared the stage with him.
I think the one that I seen about that was one of the bandmates were talking about they just played a show like maybe a night or two before.
Yeah, let me see something about that. Because that was the one that I read was actually from Keep Metal, and then I saw where you had posted it too. It said, and this is from the actual Hideous Pit Facebook page. Yeah, it says last night after playing the final song of our set, our brother guitarist Shane Cole suffered a heart attack and passed away. If you knew Shane, you knew Hideous Pit was never about fame or chasing shows. We only played about once a year. This band is about every Sunday, showing up, turning the amps on, writing heavy music, busting each other's balls, and doing what we loved. So yeah, I mean, played the show and
that's crazy.
Passed away that same night. So all right, let me take a quick look real quick. Let's see, Lou, Walter, Remus, Dave. All right, I got 3 other ones that. I'm sorry. I got 2 other ones.
I can read it.
No. Yeah, you go ahead and read some because I see one.
Yeah, you can get the rest of it.
I'll get the rest of them ready here. So yeah.
All right, my first one over from Metal Hammer. Spirit Box ejected a fan from a recent show in Phoenix, Arizona for allegedly violent behavior as the Canadian metalcore outfit played Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater, which I have been to and seen Korn and Gojira there. So I can actually Spirit Box was there. Spirit Box opened that show too. Oh wow!
Oh shit! Look out! There you go.
Yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, this was last Wednesday, July 15th. Singer Courtney LaPlante paused the show before playing last year's single "Soft Spine" to kick out someone that she claimed was hurting everybody. Footage of the encounter is circulating online if you want to check that out. Zev Rose, the drummer, is taller than us, and he's up on the kit, and he sees some fucker right now, LaPlante says in the video via the PRP. We're not going to play another song, and this show is not going to continue until we make sure everybody out here is safe. So I need you guys to be tattletales. So who's the fucking freak that's hurting everybody? Point him out. He went that way. Well, guess what, fucker? We all saw you, and we know where you are. Your ass is going to get kicked the fuck out. End quote. The singer then addresses one of the alleged victims of the unruly concert goer. Hey, are you okay, bud? She asked. I know that you didn't mean to draw attention. I'm sorry to draw attention to you, but that's fucked up, okay? This isn't the damn gold medal karate match, okay?
No shit.
This is the rock and roll show. All right, it looks like security's got him. Let that be a lesson to anybody out there who fucks around tonight. Because our security, they're very nice and they love you guys, but they have let me know that if they have to, they will baptize a motherfucker and they will tune you up. Because because what's most important is safety, right? So if anybody falls down, what are you going to do? You're going to pick them up, okay?
That's what you do.
So that's good. You know, like I said, there's going to be a jackass in every crowd. I've actually seen it live before. It was during a Five Finger Death Punch show, and this guy was actually rough with a fucking girl in the pit, and he was Ivan was not having that shit, dude. He was just like, you can get the fuck out of here right now. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Of course, dude was, looked like he was drunk off his ass and shit.
I'm sure he was.
We're there to have a good time and have fun, but we got to take care of each other, man. We all know the rules. We all know the drill. If you don't, then you ain't got no damn business at the metal show. So.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a time to let off some steam and all that shit, but there is still etiquette.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, you got
a fucking Mike Tyson punch out.
It's not. No, absolutely not. So yeah, you gotta watch yourself and watch out for each other. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I thought I don't know. I posted some videos of the mosh pit at the show in Ireland, and I thought they were really, kind of, courteous. Showed each other courtesy and whatnot. Because there's a lot of girls in the pit, and I mean they were in there just throwing down with the guys, and everybody was kind of like they weren't trying to like knock you 5 feet, out of like you're on the football field and knock you 5 feet out of the end zone or something.
Right. Yeah.
They were actually just, they were playing nice, and
Yeah, being
I
respectful.
thought it was
Good.
funny how like I didn't I noticed when I was watching everybody in the crowd there, they were kind of uh, everybody had like their own little way of having fun and getting to the music. Like everybody was dancing different. Everybody was headbang. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was doing different shit, but everybody was enjoying themselves. I thought that was cool, just to see everybody kind of come together like that. But
Yeah, that's good. I like to hear that.
yeah, so
Yeah,
we could use a lot more of that here. I'm sure.
we
So
we absolutely could. Just in general, absolutely.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to read a few more of these, try to round this out, so we can get past the not so nice part. This is one more over at Keat Metal. The metal community is mourning the loss of Ken Black, former guitarist of Chicago's speed slash thrash metal pioneer Zoetrope, who passed away at the age of 64 after a battle with throat cancer on July 17th. Guitarist of the Chicago speed thrash metal pioneers, as a key member of Zoetrope during the band's classic era, Ken contributing to releases such as The Right Way / Call 33, the Metal Log demo tapes, and the band's acclaimed 1985 album Amnesty. His razor sharp guitar work and backing vocals became an important part of the band's identity during the golden age of American underground metal. Beyond Zoetrope, Ken also performed with Sharon Tate's Baby. Then let's see. I've got some saved on my phone for that I had queued up from last week. But still, I mean, I don't like glossing over any
Well, no, I mean,
passings of anything. So over at Metal Injection, it has been announced that the legendary heavy metal drummer and vocalist Mike Browning has from Morbid Angel and Incubus passed away on July 13th at the age of 62. Formed in 1983 by Mike Browning and Trey Azagthoth, Morbid Angel became one of the first bands to ever incorporate guttural screams, blast beats, and breakdowns in such a rapid succession, quickly earning them accolades as veterans in the death metal scene. Browning departed Morbid Angel in 1986 after appearing on several of the band's demos, but leaving before they recorded their first studio LP. His work would later feature on the band's 91 LP, Blessed Are the Sick. And then we have also over at Metal Injection, Dave Kendall, the creator and former VJ of MTV's alternative music program 120 Minutes, has unfortunately passed away. He was 68 years old. Another iconic MTV VJ, Matt Pinfield, who also hosted 120 Minutes at various points during its airing, confirmed the news in a tribute post that he made on Tuesday, July 14th. Let's see. Kendall created 120 Minutes as a home for punk, goth, synth pop, post punk within the channel, which at the time was dominated by other genres like pop and new wave. The show made its debut on March 10th of 1986, with Kendall eventually hosting the program from 89 to 92 after its inaugural host Kevin Seal. Let's see what else we got. And then over at, and I actually found a new website. It's called nextmosh.com. So I
okay.
found a new platform. And this one has Norwegian progressive / power metal band Communic have announced the death of longtime bassist and founding member Eric Mortensen. The band shared the heartbreaking news on social media, revealing that Mortensen passed away on July 14th following a short illness. He was a member of Communic from 2003 until stepping away from the band just last month due to health issues. Just weeks before his passing, Communic announced that Mortensen had stepped down after 22 years with the band to focus on his health. At the time, the group described him as an essential part of Communic's journey, thanking him for more than 2 decades of dedication, musicianship, and friendship while expressing hope for his recovery. Obviously, we see that unfortunately did not come to pass. And then, lastly, for this week, thankfully, hopefully we don't have to deal with too much more of this, over at blabbermouth.net, L7 bassist Jennifer Finch has died after a battle with an aggressive form of brain cancer. She was 59 years old. Jennifer's passing was announced on Saturday, July 18th by her bandmates. They wrote in a statement on social media, quote, "With a very heavy heart, we announce that our beloved bandmate, friend, and fellow troublemaker Jennifer Finch has passed away today. She had a long, courageous fight with brain cancer and was loved by many wonderful friends, musical peers, and fans worldwide. We are shattered by the loss of our beloved bandmate, sister, and friend whose fierce spirit, humor, and boundless creativity helped shape L7 and changed all of our lives forever. Jennifer was a true original who lived entirely on her own terms, and the music she made, the impact she made on music, art, and everyone lucky enough to know her cannot be measured. We love her always. We love her beyond words and will always carry her with us. Rest in power, our dear friend. With love, L7." So yeah, I mean, it just we were having a much better year.
No.
We were going along at a much slower pace than last year. Granted, we still had some people we've lost along the way. Like we mentioned Ross the Boss Friedman a little bit ago. But I mean, just to have it pick up like this, 10
That was
deaths
crazy.
in a
Yeah.
9-day period. It's just like, wow. I hope this isn't how what the rest of the year is going to look like. But so, and especially, you know, Ken Black had throat cancer. Jennifer Lynch had brain
It's all
cancer.
cancer. Yeah. It's
Lou
like,
Kohler had cancer. So I mean, it sucks that these people are having to suffer through all of this, man. So yeah, rest in peace to everybody that we lost over the last 9 days.
oh man, it's a lot to take in. So.
Yeah,
All
sucks.
right, my next one's over for metal injection. This is going to be so I got a initial story, and then I got an update. So
Okay, all right, that's
so
fine.
this is kind of a it's the end of an era for Danish heavy metal band King Diamond, who, after 4 decades, are losing one of their founding guitarist, Andy LaRock. He's leaving the band per an announcement the band made this morning on July 24th in a post to their socials. Quote, after 40 years, King Diamond, the band, and Andy LaRock have mutually decided to part ways. The caption in the post started alongside a carousel of two photos, one of LaRock and one alongside King Diamond himself, and another of himself solo. Looking back, we do so with nothing but pride, gratitude, and respect for everything that we have achieved together. Quote, King Diamond as a band formed in 1985 by Diamond, LaRock, and guitarist Michael Denner, bassist Timmy Hansen, and drummer Mickey D. From this original lineup, Diamond and LaRock were the only founding members still present, though that has actually changed with this announcement. Quote, all the countless memories we have created along the way are forever, the post continued. Our friendship and respect for each other will always remain the same, and we all sincerely wish each other the absolute best for the future, end quote. Not even 5 months ago, LaRoque spoke with the Pod Scum podcast, about the possible timeline for a new King Diamond album, to which he said the band have songs ready to go, though we're still working out the kinks and details about when actually to start recording. At the time of writing, LaRoque himself has not addressed his departure individually. It's crazy how they were talking about new music, but now he's just kind of that's why I said there's got to be something more to this. So, but this was an update after this, which was done right before we came on
Yeah.
this evening.
This all kind of materialized today too. It was kind of weird.
Yeah. So King Diamond took to social media several hours after the announcement and to announce the group's newest addition. King Diamond here. It's a big honor for me to welcome Gus G as our new guitarist, who will compose with us, record with us, and tour with us in the future. Gus will still continue with all his current projects, Firewind, solo project, etc. No restrictions, just careful planning. End quote. So, yeah, I don't know, man. They replaced him like the same day. Like, come on, man. Like, there's no fucking way.
I think there must have been some sort of succession plan that
There had to be.
for it to be announced like that. It had to be something that Andy had in the works with the rest of the band with King, and then they probably were like, all right, we'll announce you leaving, and then once we have somebody picked, and then
Yeah.
once they had Gus G in the folder, like, all right, Andy's leaving, and here's Gus. So
It had to be
it
something.
it had to have been something like that.
Yeah, but that's just wild, dude.
Yeah.
I still think there's a story there that's not being told. But
Maybe not. But Gus G's a good get though.
for sure. Yeah,
That's a hell of a good get.
hell of a replacement. Yeah, but
Yeah, it's a great get. I tell you what, I don't know. I know you got, I think, one more story. I'm gonna
I got
let
two
you.
more.
Okay, you got two more. I'm gonna let you read those. I'm gonna leave mine where it was.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave it where it was. So I'm gonna let you round this bitch out. So.
Okay, that sounds good. This over from Metal Injection Steel. Andrew Wetzel, drummer for Ohio metalcore band Attack, revealed in a social media post yesterday. Well, this was July 21st, so it wasn't really yesterday.
Yeah.
But that his storage unit was broken into and vandalized earlier this week. He isn't yet sure exactly what was taken, if anything at all. Quote, someone broke into my storage unit last night, and I just spent like 35 minutes out in the sweltering heat, sweating my absolute ass off, trying to figure out if they stole something. Wetzel said in the video, "I don't know if they did, and let me be clear, I'm thankful for that I don't think anything's missing," end quote. While Wetzel confirmed in the video that the band's merch he had in there seemed to be untouched, many of his personal items were messed with, including mementos and the ashes of his dog that passed away, which that's kind of weird. Quote, "Now everything's all messed up, including my poor deceased dog's ashes were strewn everywhere." That's just fucking horrible, dude. Which is highly disrespectful. Dude, what is going on right now? Don't do stuff like this. It's extremely rude. Also, you looked at all my Attack shirts, all the vinyls and CDs and shirts that didn't sell, and you were like, "God, what a loser." And then you just left all my shit. So, you know what? Thank you. I needed that. And he continued, dude. So yeah,
That's very strange.
yeah, it's just some devil worship shit or something. I don't know. It's like, what the
Who
fuck?
knows?
Just thought that was really weird. They just messed with some ashes and kind of shook things up and I don't know. It almost sounds like an X or something. I don't know. It's only something.
It does sound like something a scorned lover would do for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take anything. I'm just going to mess it.
I'm just gonna mess your shit up just because. And I know you love this dog, so fuck that dog. So
Honestly, I think that's the most irritating part of the
Oh,
story.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, just why you gotta fuck with the dog's ashes? What the fuck he do to you?
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. My last one over at Blubbermouth. Sorry. Knucklebones has announced an official collaboration with Testament to bring the iconic Bay Area thrash metal institution into Knucklebones 360 backstage experience. A first of its kind, immersive 3D digital platform launching summer of 2026. Quote, "Testament is very excited to be part of a new experience for fans to connect directly with the band," says Chuck Billy, frontman of Testament. "Knucklebones 360 is going to blow some minds with what is available in this digital world," end quote. Knucklebones 360 is a digital platform featuring immersive 3D worlds built to celebrate the iconic imagery of bands and artists, with more than 20 band worlds launching in 2026. Knucklebones 360 backstage experience gives fans a place to connect with other fans, play mini games, shop for exclusive collectibles, explore and see album art that come to life. Quote, "Testament has been one of the defining forces in thrash metal for over 4 decades, and building the Testament world inside Knucklebones 360 means every fan around the globe now has a place to gather and live inside original thrash," says Tony Zimmerman, CEO and creator of Knucklebones Incorporated.
Nice.
He adds, "Chuck and the band understand exactly what the platform can be for fans, and that energy is going to come through in every corner of the experience." End quote. The Testament experience in Knucklebones 360 is developed by a team of incredibly talented artists, engineers, and enthusiastic music superfans. The creators are also fans of Testament. Testament fans worldwide can come together in Knucklebones 360 to celebrate the band. Fans will enter the Testament experience and explore the world of one of the most powerful and enduring bands in metal history. From the raw aggression of the Bay Area's earliest thrash scene to the iconic skull imagery, scorching riffs, and Chuck's unmistakable vocal force that has driven Testament for over 40 years. The Testament experience in Knucklebones 360 will feature digital collectibles, physical collectibles, and merch that ships worldwide. This multiplayer world also allows Testament fans to connect and explore together. The experience launches summer of 2026. Join the Knucklebones 360 waitlist at knucklebones360.com. Of course, Knucklebones Inc. is a music merchandising and immersive digital experience company dedicated to the music superfan. Founded in 2003, Knucklebones has spent over 2 decades creating high-end collectibles and content focusing on music, art, and collector culture. With the launch of Knucklebones 360, the company continues its mission to deliver next-level experience and merchandise for the fans who live and breathe music. So there you go. Testament is going to be added to the family there. So
Nice.
yeah. All right, then my other headlines. Sleep Token's "Take Me Back to Eden" has gone platinum. That is their first platinum record, so congrats to them, I guess.
Good for them.
Clown from Slipknot surprise launches new side project, "Oh Day Monster." I haven't heard anything about that yet, but
I haven't either.
like music-wise, I haven't heard.
No.
Previously unheard 40-year-old Guns N' Roses rehearsal tape surface online. That's pretty.
Oh, shit.
That's pretty wild. How 40 years and just now surfacing. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
The Callous Cowboys frontman accuses Kim Dracula of ripping off a breakdown of theirs. So well, we'll keep that one in the chamber because
Yeah,
that will make it ugly.
I think it
Uh,
will.
Chris Garza announced his return to Suicide Silence and playing on the upcoming tour, which is cool because I think at one point we talked about him stepping away for a little
Yeah,
bit.
it was like I think it was November last year. I think is when
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
somewhere around there.
So he's back in the lineup. So that's good to
That's
hear. So,
good.
Ozzy Osbourne's family and Black Sabbath bandmates remember him 1 year after his passing, which is one of the reasons I wore the shirt because I kind
Hey,
of paying tribute. So
that's right.
yeah, you got one on too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ozzy and
Oh, you
Lemmy.
got Ozzy and Lemmy.
Ozzy and
Yeah.
Lemmy.
I seen Lemmy earlier. And I was wondering if Ozzy was in there. So, yeah, cool.
Yep. Ozzy Osbourne Day was 2 days ago. Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's already been.
It's
a
already
year.
been a year. Yeah, that's what I
God,
said.
it's
I said,
already.
what?
It sucks that obviously we know time moves on. You can't stop it, but it's just insane how fast it goes.
Yeah, way too fast.
It's nuts.
Yeah. All right. And Rush is rumored for 2027 Sphere residency, so good for them, I guess.
That'd be cool.
Crowbar are forced to cancel European tour dates due to frontman Kurt Winston's health. So hopefully he can get everything worked out and get back
Yeah.
to doing things. Future Breed Machine. Meshuggah unveils an official Transformers collaboration. That should be interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
Oxbow vocalist Eugene Robinson loses ability to speak and read after his stroke. His wife launched a GoFundMe for that.
I saw that. Yeah.
So I think it was up to 31,000 or something when I seen it last.
Oh, that's
so,
good.
So he's getting some love. So that's good.
Good.
So, hopefully he can learn at least get some of that back. I know it's hard after a
Right.
stroke. After a stroke, but I've seen people come back pretty good from
They
them.
have.
So. Linkin Park, Smashing Pumpkins, and the Ramones to receive stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Founding My Dying Bride members join forces in Towards the Sinister, a new band that they formed together. So, Disturbed guitarist Dan Donegan sells his Illinois home for $1.575 million. It's crazy.
Nice.
You can see the trailer for If These Walls Could Rock documentary featuring Slash, Dave Grohl, and Gene Simmons. And then Kim Dracula announces signing with Rise Records.
Oh, cool.
I think it's interesting. Like there has been so many damn metal documentaries, dude. That's come out in the last year. It's just I can't even keep up with them.
Yeah.
I think I watched two. But I was just like, damn, like so many of them.
Yeah, I'm behind. I'm behind too.
I tell you what, I started reading that one book that I got. Shit, I can't remember which one it was called. Which one it was now? It wasn't the Gary Holt book. It was the other one. But it had like quotes of stories and stuff that nobody that hasn't been told before. So like, it didn't have like the Motley Crue story where Vince drives and goes to make a beer run and they get in a wreck and none of that shit. Like none of that shit. It was just simple shit.
Yeah.
It's got like different chapters. It's like I think the one I'm on now is called Arrests, and like it's showing like little run-ins with the police. That people
Okay.
have had. Like I think one of the ones Dino Cavares was talking about. They pulled him over and he was like, "What the fuck, dude?" And they had him like on the ground with his hands on his head and shit. Like they was gonna fucking take his ass in and to kind of find out they were looking for somebody else that matched his description. And he said, "I'm kind of pissed. I think all Mexicans look alike. What the fuck, man?" I was like, "Damn," but yeah, it's like there was a lot of that though, dude. Talking about how people were like and it's like really when I'm thinking about it, I said, "Were they though?" It's like I think they were just trying to find something and they didn't. I think that's the thing. It's like there was too many of those stories where they thought they were looking for somebody else. No, they knew what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, it could be. That could
Anyway,
be.
but it's still pretty interesting things. But they could definitely make a documentary out of that too, which would be pretty cool to see with the stories that nobody really knows. So,
Yep. All of the stories that kind of slip through the cracks that you haven't heard. Yeah. I always like hearing those.
yeah, because I mean we what was it like? While we've been doing this show, there was a story that came out where Megadeth, come out and Dave Mustaine stuff like, yeah, when I punched James in the face, like, wait, what? It's like
Yeah.
we didn't fucking ever hear that story.
Nope.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like we knew there was some shit, but we never knew you punched the guy. Like what?
No.
So So yeah, so I mean, there's always those little things that come out, and you're just like, wait, what did he say?
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like the interview where Eminem, they're interviewing Eminem. And he's like, that's why I'm gay. Like, wait, what?
Oh,
So,
on
yeah,
yeah,
the interview. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's almost like that kind of shit. You're
yeah.
just like, wait, what?
Every now and
Even reading stuff sometimes I'm like, wait a minute, wait. I
yeah,
gotta go back and read this. Like, what? Oh no, that's what it says. Like, damn.
we do get one of those every now and then, just something
Yeah.
out of left field like that.
Which is fine. I mean, that's kind of keeps us on our toes. But
Of course.
all right, I guess we'll roll over into hitting the road. I do have two here to help out
Okay.
with.
All right.
So I wanted to do the story here first from over
Okay.
at Metal Injection. Ministry announced their final album, "Hate to Go," takeout or delivery.
I think
That's the
that
name of it. Yeah.
I think that's hilarious too.
Yeah, it is funny, yeah. As well as their farewell tour. It's been a long, strange road for Industrial Revolutionaries Ministry. Back in April, singer Al Jurgensen told the world that he would be imminently saying goodbye to music, and it appears today is the day that he makes good on that promise. Today, Ministry announced "Hate to Go," takeout or delivery, alongside its first single, "Burned Out," and the first leg of their farewell tour. The record comes out this October 30th on Cleopatra Records. "Burned Out" is, well, extremely Ministry. Al's lyrics about being burned out, getting coupled with news clips of world events, layering it all into a crazy mix. It remains to be seen whether or not the album is a Chappelle Roan reference, but here's hoping. Uh, quote, "I'm fucking done," Jurgensen says. "I'm proud of what I've accomplished. I'm amazed at the path that it's taken from with sympathy to where we're at today and all points in between. It's been quite a ride, but I'm completely at peace with the fact that it's done. It's time to herd goats," he said, end quote. So check out "Burned Out" and the tracking list over on Metal Injection. They have all that there. Ministry Goodbye European 2027 tour dates kick off April 2nd at Utrecht, Netherlands.
Netherlands.
At Ronda, and then ends on May 1st in Helsinki, Finland, which I know that one because we've interviewed bands from there.
Yes,
So,
we have.
House of Culture. That's the first leg there. So I'm sure they'll make their way through the states.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm sure there'll probably be a couple year tour. I mean,
Probably.
they're not gonna.
It's not going to be quick.
No, I mean, you gotta, you know. At some point, the burnout's probably going to hit him. He's like, "Fuck it, this is the last show." It's like,
But that's the funny thing with Al. I would not be surprised if he cuts the tour short. Yeah, when he just like, "I'm tapping," so
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And then the next one I had was, of course, the big announcement that was made. I guess it was just this week. I think it was this week. Grammy-nominated heavy metal giants Trivium just announced a hefty headlining tour this fall. Well, they'll play over 30 shows across North America. They're bringing out the big guns with who else is on the bill, with Swedish heavyweights In Flames, melodic death metal band Orbit Culture, deathcore unit Fit for an Autopsy, and American death metal band Frozen Frozen Soul. Jesus Christ. Along for the ride. That kicks off on November 5th, St. Petersburg, Florida at Genesis Live. And that ends on December 19th in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Fillmore. And they will be here in Nashville on November 24th at the Pinnacle. So,
Yes, they will.
probably that may be something I might try to go to that.
Yeah.
I've seen all those bands, but, you know. I don't know.
It doesn't mean you can't go again. Yeah.
Well, I know. I just think it's kind of pretty awesome that Trivium and In Flames are on the same bill again. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was, what was it? Megadeth, Lamb of God, Trivium, and In Flames.
And that was a hell of a show.
I was like, man.
Was a hell of a show.
I want to bring this up too. The tickets for this show are only $55. I mean, you're getting 5 bands. That's basically $10 a band, $11 a band. Like that's just unreal. But I mean, for this day and age, that's pretty unreal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you're not gonna find a bill of that caliber for that price too often.
No,
That's for damn sure.
When I say I was expecting a lot higher when I looked it up. I was like, man, what's this going to cost me? And I said, oh,
In upwards of
$55,
like
that's not bad.
75, 80, maybe.
I thought
100.
it was going to be somewhere around 80, 85. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, no, 55's a hell.
yeah, that's one of the reasons why I said, well, you know what, I may go. You know,
Yeah.
I was If it would have been higher, I'd probably been like, nah, you know what? I'm just, I've seen all those bands, fuck it. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well,
I know we got
and
Louder and
not
White,
to
and I think
yeah,
Motionless and White we're going to try to go to. And
yeah.
I know Whitechapel's
And
going to be at the caves, at the caverns.
yeah,
So
not to bury the lead as far as Trivium goes, but I saw something about from Cody Boylo earlier in the week, maybe in the last day or two, talking about the next studio album.
oh, here we go.
So new Trivium is in the
Probably
works.
next year. Probably next year, I guess. So.
Probably new Trivium is in the works, and I'm here for it.
Well, you know what? I kind of wonder if they're going to try to coincide with Bullet from a Valentine again and try to do something with that again. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know. It's all going to depend on how charred that bridge got when
Well, Matt was talking about how he's like, it wasn't something that we wanted to do. It was something that pretty much the record label said, "Hey, you should,
so
you got to get in there and do this shit." Like,
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that can be smoothed over. If that was the case, maybe they can kind of get past it. But
I don't know. We'll see. But I just thought that was kind of wild that if they're bringing out an album. Of course, Bullet from a Valentine's working on their new album right
yeah,
now,
they are.
so kind of cool. I mean, even if they don't, you get new Bullet from a Valentine and new Trivium records in the same year. That's
Yeah,
pretty good year.
yeah. Especially if Bullet for My Valentine follows up with the same general
Oh
sound they
yes,
had
that
on this
last
last
record.
one. Holy
Yeah.
shit, it was so good. And I'm always down for Trivium.
Oh, absolutely.
They're fantastic. All
Well,
right. Well,
speaking of which, before we get into
yeah.
that, have you heard any of the new Avenged Sevenfold that
You
come
know
out?
what? I haven't, but I've. Did you listen to it?
No, I haven't yet.
No, because I didn't know it was coming out. No one did.
Well, no, that's what I
So I
says.
saw, so I saw some stories about it on Facebook earlier today, and a lot of the comments were like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "Oh,
Ah,
God."
well, there we go.
I'm like, "Oh, Jesus." Okay, so I am gonna listen to it, but I am not hopeful at all. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm.
Well, they said it was like some almost sounded like they were doing some shit for like video games or some shit.
Yeah,
It
and some
says like
people are.
Grand Theft Auto 6 or something. I
Some
read
people were talking about how they need to lay off the acid. I'm like, oh Jesus. Okay,
something. Yeah.
okay. So I will listen to it, but I'm very very gun shy about it. All
Yeah,
right.
I don't know what the hell they've been thinking, but
I don't know. I don't know.
so
And
figure that last album being my bomb that would give them a hint, but
yeah, I don't know. And like we said when that last album came out, to each their own, and they've kind of earned the right to experiment a little. But man, you really risk alienating your core fan base,
yeah.
which I
Well,
have been since
it's
sounding the seventh trumpet came out.
it's just a lot different than like stepping off the tracks and then going plumb off the motherfucker. It's
Yeah,
like you're stepping off and never coming back on. That's you're stepping off and like you're fucking derailed, man. At this
yeah,
point, because
exactly.
you're not even
Getting there.
close. You're not even close to a fucking Avenged Sevenfold sound. It's,
Yeah,
you know, I mean, I guess kind of, sort of, but I mean, I don't know.
not really.
Yeah, it's
I,
almost like
I
it
did
was.
not like that last album at all.
Well, it was more symphony type stuff and operatic crap
Mm.
than like I said, Hail to the King. We probably agree with that. It's probably been their last good album. You know, and,
Yeah, from front to back, absolutely.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
The stage had like maybe two good songs on it, and then
And if you ask me, I'm only going to say the stage only
one,
had one good song on it. It was the title track, but
right.
but that's just my personal preference. But yeah, it really started to go downhill with the stage. Life is But a
Yeah.
Dream was awful, and from all accounts, from what not from all accounts. Some people are like, oh, I kind of like it. I'm not optimistic. So,
Mm.
well, I mean, I'll listen to it, but I'm not optimistic. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. Cool.
So for hitting the road this week, I actually did go 2 weeks because I had everything ready for
Yeah,
last
you're good.
week. I had everything ready for last
I
week's
know.
show,
Yeah.
but no, it's fine. It's okay. So I just picked up where I left off, and I'll get through it as quickly as I can. From the PRP for the 11th through the 24th, leading off with Good Teal and Hit Like a Girl. They're going on a mini tour this October, starting October 27th in Nashville, Tennessee at Dark Matter, finishing October 30th in Baltimore, Maryland at Holy Frijoles. Then Employed to Serve, Cabal, and Cold Culture are going to Europe and to the UK, starting November 6th in Brighton, England at Patterns, finishing December 5th in Lyon, France at O Totem. Evergreen Terrace is going on a European tour, which actually starts tonight in Gams, Switzerland at the Rotten Rock Fest, which by now, considering that Switzerland is so far ahead of us, that show is over.
Yeah, right.
Finishing August 9th in München, Germany at the Free and Easy Festival. In this moment, Hollywood Undead, I See Stars, Vanna, and Melrose Avenue are going on tour starting September 22nd in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Fillmore, finishing October 26th in Anaheim, California at the House of Blues. And before I go to the next one, have you heard the new In This Moment single yet?
Yeah, I think I listened to that today.
What do you think?
I mean, not that impressed, honestly.
Yeah, same. Okay, all right, cool. I kind of felt the same thing. They're kind of, I don't know what's with them. Ever since, the fuck album was that?
The Ritual was our last good
The
album.
Ritual. Yeah, The Ritual was our last good one. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, that was our last good album. Terror, Bane, Start Today, and Peace of Mind are going to Europe this fall, starting November 18th in Paris, France at Machine du Moulin Rouge, finishing December 6th in Nuremberg, Germany at Ziebau. They've got Faye, Tooth, Ladder, and Bosses going on a North American tour, starting August 14th in Denton, Texas at Rubber Gloves, finishing September 4th in Phoenix, Arizona at the Rebel Lounge. Then Faye Tooth is going out with Die Spitz, starting November 5th in Madison, Wisconsin at the Majestic Theater, finishing November 21st in Nashville at Brooklyn Bowl. The number 12 Looks Like You, Keo Nashi, Differences, and Blind Equation are going out. Lineups on this tour will vary. Starting September 25th in San Antonio, Texas at the Rock Box on the Vibes stage, finishing October 28th rather, in Detroit, Michigan at the Crypt. They'll be in Nashville on October 25th at the End. Then Sun O is going on a North American tour with the openers yet to be announced. I like what you do with the camera angles there. Starting October 2nd in Louisville, Kentucky at the Mercury Ballroom, finishing November 1st in Vancouver, BC at the Pearl. They will be in Tennessee on October 3rd at the Caverns in Pelham. Then Death Angel and Violence are going on a European tour starting December 1st in Brno, Czechia at Fleda, finishing December 13th in Hamburg, Germany at Fabric. Spite, Stick to Your Guns, No Cure, and Vomit Forth are going on a U.S. tour starting October 2nd in Sacramento, California at Discovery Park for Aftershock Festival, finishing October 31st in Colorado Springs, Colorado at The Black Sheep. Queens of the Stone Age, Primus, and Tropical Fuckstorm are going to Australia and New Zealand, starting December 8th in Adelaide, Australia at the Drive, finishing December 20th in Auckland, New Zealand at the Spark Arena.
Australia's never had a tropical fuckstorm.
No, they have not. Cradle of Filth, Moonspell, Worm, and Black Satellite are going on a North American tour starting September 29th in San Diego, California at the Observatory North Park, finishing October 28th in Colorado Springs, Colorado at Sunshine Studios Live. The Amity Affliction, Bless the Fall, Orthodox, and Buried in Spring are going on a U.S. tour starting October 31st rather, in Cincinnati, Ohio at Bogart's, finishing November 28th in Portland, Oregon at the Roseland Theater. They will be in Nashville on November 11th at Brooklyn Bowl. Soulfly, Nail Bomb, and In Sight are going on a North American tour this fall. Yep. Max Cavalera is going to be doing double duty, and our buddy Richie Cavalera is going to be on the bill. Starting September 18th in Louisville, Kentucky at Louder Than Life. That is Soulfly only. Finishing October 15th in Tempe, Arizona at the Marquee. Slaughter to Prevail and Reverent are going on a North American tour with DJ Paul of 3-6 Mafia, of all people, to appear on select dates. Starting September 10th in Houston, Texas at the Bayou Music Center, DJ Paul will be at that show, finishing November 23rd in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the House of Blues. Tomahawk and Melvins are going on a U.S. tour starting, well, it's already started. It started July 18th in Nashville at the Brooklyn Bowl, finishing August 15th in L.A. at Belasco. I'm reading too fast. Galactic Empire is going on a North American tour starting September 4th in Nashville at Exit Inn, finishing October 10th in Quebec City, Quebec at the Quebec Comic-Con. The Dillinger Escape Plan has a tour set up with Many Eyes, Johnny Booth, God's Eyes, Squid Pisser, and XCOM appearing on varying lineups, starting October 14th in Brooklyn, New York at the reopened St. Vitus Bar,
Nice.
finishing October 30th through November 3rd on the Headbangers Boat.
Mm-hmm.
Earshot and Heartsick are going on a U.S. tour this fall, starting September 18th in Louisville, Kentucky at Louder Than Life, finishing October 5th in L.A. at the Whiskey. Psychroptic, Cognitive, and Summoning the Lick are going on a North American tour starting November 5th in Clifton, New Jersey at Dingbats, finishing December 6th in Brooklyn, New York at the Woodshop. Madball, Desolated, Expectations, and Combust, who will be on select dates, are going to Europe starting October 3rd in Heerlen, Netherlands at De Nieuwe Noor, finishing October 10th in Athens, Greece at the Arch Club live stage featuring Combust. Voivod and Bat are going on an October U.S. tour, starting October 8th in Youngstown, Ohio,
Oh my
East
god.
Side Bowl, finishing October 18th in Newport, Kentucky, at the South Stage House Revival. I can't help but do Laszlo from What We Do in the Shadows whenever I see that that band name, that man. And then Max Sabbath and Allison Anomaly are going on a fall tour with Clownvis Presley and Descartes Kant appearing at select dates, starting September 21st in Austin, Texas at Come and Take It Live, finishing October 31st in Destin, Florida at Club LA.
That sounds like a pretty way to call me a cut. That's what that sounds
Yeah. And then, yeah. And then Max Sabbath will be opening for Guar, Midnight, and Ex Cops starting
like.
October 27th in Charlottesville, Virginia at the Jefferson Theater, finishing November 10th in Dallas, Texas at the AM/FM. They will be in Nashville on November 8th at Brooklyn Bowl. Kowloon, Walled City, and Great Falls are going on a quick East Coast North American tour starting October 5th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is in the Midwest. It's not on the East Coast. At X-Ray Arcade, finishing October 12th in Philadelphia at Milk Boy. Alpha Wolf, Psycho Frame, Fox Lake, and Diamond Construct are going to Europe and to the UK starting October 8th in Karlsruhe, Germany at Substage, finishing October 31st in Gompingen, Germany at the Corefest. Diamond Construct will not be at that show. Uncle Acid, the Deadbeats, and Mesa going on a North American tour starting September 8th in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Neighborhood Theater, finishing October 11th in New York at the Irving Plaza. They will be in Nashville on September 10th at Brooklyn Bowl. Brooklyn Bowl is going to be busy this fall.
Oh yeah.
Atreyu has some headlining shows that are off dates from their tour with Under Oath. November 20th in Grand Junction, Colorado at the Mesa Theater, December 2nd in Millvale, PA at Mr. Small's Theater, and December 10th in Nashville, Tennessee at Brooklyn Bowl. Nervosa has a 2027 North American tour scheduled with Embryonic Autopsy, Castrator, and Anger Within appearing on select legs, starting February 2nd, 2027 in Mesa, Arizona at the Rosetta Room, finishing March 20th in Pomona, California at Glass House. Kyotos, 156 Silence, SACE 6, and Second Harbor going on a North American tour starting July 30th, so that's coming up quick, in Denver, Colorado at the Fillmore Theater. Then they will be finishing August 29th in Nashville, Tennessee at Marathon Music Works. 200 Stab Wounds, Tribal Gaze, and Maul are going on a tour of the U.S. this September. Starting September 17th in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the Stash. Tribal Gaze will not be at that show. Finishing in September 30th in Columbus, Ohio at the Ace of Cups. They will be in Nashville on September 19th at the 58 at East Side Bowl. Demon Hunter is going on a 20th anniversary tour for Storm the Gates of Hell with Wolves at the Gate and Bloodlines. Starting October 7th in Louisville, Kentucky at the Mercury Ballroom. Finishing October 29th in Nashville at Brooklyn Bowl. Suicide Silence, Amur, Angel Maker, and Synestia are going on a North American tour starting November 6th in Riverside, California at the Riverside Municipal Auditorium, finishing December 13th in LA at 1720. Corrosion of Conformity and Clutch are going on a 2027 Australian tour starting January 23rd in Perth at the Metropolis Fremantle. Finishing January 30th in Adelaide at Froth and Fury Festival. And lastly, A Killer's Confession and Disaster Piece and Dead Things are going out starting November 4th in Raleigh, North Carolina at Chapel of Bones. Finishing December 5th in Lakewood, Ohio at the Mercury Music Lounge. That will be hitting the road for the 11th through the 24th.
You said Metropolis, and I was thinking Metrocity.
Yeah. I started saying it that way. I had the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I think with that Demon Hunter show may be something I'd like to check out.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen them
I haven't seen them yet.
like
So that might be
by themselves. I've seen them at festivals, but I haven't seen them
yeah,
by themselves. So that might be a pretty good show. Actually, Wolves at the Gator, I've never seen them either. So that might be something I'll look into. Probably be reasonable tickets for that show.
yeah, probably.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. Well, I guess that will take us into our theme of the week.
Yes, yes, it will.
I think it was probably kind of a fitting theme too after the stuff we went through the last couple of weeks or last
Yeah,
month, I guess. So, uh,
that's true.
yeah. So, theme of the week this week's coming and going,
Yep,
which we kind of were coming and going. So,
yep.
I was just after the fucking shit at the JFK airport, I was just ready to go.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
was just
yeah.
ready to fucking go. You know, by the time I was I got on my flight, I was on what was I on about a 13-hour layover, I guess. Let's see, 10,
Well, you said it turned into a
yeah,
13-hour
yeah, it
layover.
turned into a 13-hour layover. It's supposed to have been a 5-hour layover. And then, of course, sending me to LaGuardia, which LaGuardia was pretty much the security and everything don't show up till 4 in the morning because they don't have flights go out till 6. So um, you go there. There's no way to get into anything comfortable. So you have to just sit on the floor up against a window or something. It's like if I knew all that, I would have stayed at fucking JFK where I was at. But they say, "Oh no, it's fine when you go over there." Yeah, yeah, it's fine when you go over there. Jackasses. So I was like, you know what? I'll just avoid that fucking airport at all costs from now on. Just
Yeah, at
fuck
this
it.
point.
Fuck New York. Oh man. So anyway, theme of the week coming and going. I got the coming side of this.
Yeah, you
But
did. Yeah, you did.
it's over.
Mhm.
So you're up. Just kidding. Oh man. Uh, so that's what the buddy of mine. He's a comedian. He was playing zanies one night, and he used to do acoustic stuff with his guitar, and he did that. He said, "I gotta play you a song about the time I lost my virginity," and he hit like a couple of strings. He went, sorry," and that was a song. So I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, what was that? What was that one thing that I sent you on TikTok? What band was that? I sent it to you, and they hold on. Let me see if I can find it because I sent it to you. At least I thought I did.
You probably did. Let me see.
Wait, did I? No, wait. What did I send it to you on TikTok or was it on Facebook? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't see anything on TikTok, so it must have been Facebook. Let's see.
I could have sworn I sent that to you. Who did I send? I know. Who did I send it to? And the reason why I ask is I can't remember the name of the band.
Was it that
It was
Archspire?
Archspire. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And they were doing the. They were. Yeah. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
That's what that
That's
reminded me
hilarious.
of.
Oh man,
They were fucking with
that
the
was
crowd,
funny.
thinking they were going to do an Iron Maiden cover, and
Yeah, he's
he
like
did the
fuck
very
yeah.
first. He did the very first line. And
He's like
that
yeah,
was,
fuck you.
that was funny.
It was funny. All right, thing of the week coming and going. I got coming here. So Ozzy, start off with Ozzy since we're in Ozzy week morning here. Ozzy, Mama, I'm Coming Home from No
That's
More
right.
Tears, 1991. Then with Korn coming Undone from See You on the Other Side, 2005. Five Finger Death Punch coming down from American Capitalist, 2011. Testament Time is Coming from Practice What You Preach from 1989.
So good.
Avenged Sevenfold Coming Home from Hail to the King, 2013.
Good one.
Silosis, A Sign of Things to Come from A Sign of Things to Come, 2023. Stone Sour, Come Whatever May from Come Whatever May, 2006. Iron Maiden Coming Home from The Final Frontier, 2010. Judas Priest, You've Got Another Thing Coming from Screaming for Vengeance, 1982. Axel Rudy Pale, Coming Home from Shadow Zone, 2002. Coming Home is a really popular song, by the way,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to
Yeah.
like separate them as much as I can.
Right.
Whitechapel, Nothing Is Coming for Any of Us from Hymns and Dissonance from 2025. Butcher Babies, They're Coming to Take Me Away from Uncovered, 2015. Seven Dust, The End Is Coming from Cold Day Memory, 2010. Amon Amarth, Coming of the Tide from Deceiver of the Gods, 2013. Gwar, Storm is Coming, Bloody Pit of Horror,
Nice.
2010.
Nice.
Chimera, Coming Alive from The Infection, 2009. Gravedigger, Coming Home from The Clans Will Rise Again, 2010. Iron Savior, Coming Home from Unification, 1999. Eyes of the Living, Fear Comes Knocking from Fear Comes Knocking, 2022.
Oh, that's such a good song.
God, I wish they would hurry up and come up with something. Man. It's been 4 years. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Machine Head, In Comes the Flood from Bloodstone and Diamonds,
That's
2014.
a good one.
I Prevail, Come and Get It from Lifelines, 2015. Signum Regis, Come and Take It from Through the Storm, 2015. Motionless and White, We Only Come Out at Night from Creatures, 2010. And then Sabaton, Kingdom Come. And I couldn't find the album, so I'm guessing that was just a single released on 2021. So
It could have been.
yeah, I think it was just it was like 2 song like EP or something they had in 2021. So
Yeah, it
I
could
don't know.
have
It wasn't on the album in 2022, so I'm guessing that's probably what happened there. So, but
Well,
that was my contributions
yeah.
there. So
Well, it's all good if you can find it on Spotify. That's really all that matters.
that's all that matters. Yeah, yeah. So
All right. All right. Well, I had the going part, and leading off, I had Going, Going, Gone by Exodus off Shovel Headed Kill Machine from 2005. Then I had Going Hunting by Avatar off their Going Hunting EP from 2024. Then I had Going Down by Motorhead off Kiss of Death from 2006. And I had Going, Going, Gone by Shadows Fall off of Fallout from the War from 2006. And obviously, had a couple from Ozzy on here. Am I Going Insane by Black Sabbath from Sabotage way back in 1975, which is a really fucking trippy ass song.
yeah,
It is such a trippy song. Then Going Down to Die by Danzig off of Danzig 4P from 1994. Not Going Away by Ozzy Osbourne off Black Rain from 2007. It's only fitting Ozzy gets 2 songs
well, yeah,
Ozzy Osbourne week. Uh, Nothing Going On by Sabotage off Handful of Rain from 1994. Going Nowhere Fast by Saxon off the Inner Sanctum from 2007. Oh, they have their new album's coming out in January.
yeah.
Saxon, their new album's coming out in January. It's Going Down by Suicidal Tendencies off The Art of Rebellion from 1992. The Lights Are Going Out by Savage Messiah off of Demons from 2019. I'm Going In by Pain off Cynic Paradise from 2008. City Gonna Burn by Skullfist, which is a single from this year. We're Not Gonna Fail by Children of Bodom from Are You Dead Yet from 2005. Some Heads Are Gonna Roll by Judas Priest off Defenders of the Faith from 1984. We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister from Stay Hungry from 1984. The Departed, Sun Is Going Down from Halloween off The Dark Ride from 2000. Era Sancti, When the Saints Are Going Wild by Powerwolf off Blood of the Saints from 2011. Never Gonna Stop, The Red Red Groovy by Rob Zombie off The Sinister Urge from 2001. And then a new band that I discovered, What's Going On by Drakkar off Once Upon a Time in Hell from 2014.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I just sent you the playlist a few minutes ago, so you have
Okay.
it. We will get it compiled and collaborated on, and we'll get it posted before the weekend is over.
Absolutely. Yeah. I got nothing else to do. I probably just want to do it when I get off here. So,
Okay, even better.
especially since it looks like we might get done a little earlier than expected. So,
Yeah, which after like 6 weeks, I'm surprised we're
yeah,
this far ahead. Yeah,
I, especially because I mean we kind of bullshitted in the beginning too. So it's
yeah,
kind
for
of
almost a half hour.
so. I mean, maybe we're getting too good at this. I don't know.
No, that's not it.
That's not that can't be
No,
it.
that's not it.
Can't be it.
That's
It's gotta be.
definitely
It's
not
gotta
it.
be something else. Uh, oh man, album reviews. All right, so I did a review on this record, not because I've heard of the band before, and I've never actually. I guess like you hear bands, but you never actually listen to bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was just like, you know what, I'm going to listen to because I've heard of this band because they've been around forever, and I'm just like, I feel bad because I'm not really into the hardcore punk stuff,
Yeah,
and I was like, you know what, let's give it a shot. Let's see. So I went with Madball,
Oh, okay.
Not Your Kingdom. I'm not, like I said, I'm familiar with Madball. Have I listened to
Same.
a complete album? Absolutely not. I've never listened
Same.
to. This is the first complete album I've ever listened to of Madball. So, so
I get
I was
it.
like, well, you know what? I haven't done it. Let's do it. Of course, these guys been around forever. They may not be around long, so at least give them a review before you know they decide to hang it up or something. So, so anyway,
Fair enough.
they are a hardcore band from New York City, and they were formed in 1988. I think they did go on like a little hiatus in like '01 and come back in '02 or something. I don't know, but anyway, their current members are Freddie Christian, lead vocalist from 1980 since 1988. Actually, he's been there the whole time. I don't know why they got it broke down for. He's been there the whole time, so stupid. Mike Justian, drums since 2011. Mike Gurnari, guitarist and backing vocals since 2018. And Paul Delaney, bass and backing vocals. And he was just added this year. So he was just added, I don't know, at some point this year. I guess, I don't know if it was before the record or I don't know. It almost had to be after the record was done because, I
You would
mean,
think.
if they're releasing it now, I mean, they would have had to do it in January. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That
Whatever,
seems like
whatever the case may be. But
that seems like a very short timeline. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I had to put this note in here because "Not Your Kingdom" was produced in the most not so hotbed of hardcore in Nashville. So it was actually produced here in
Nice.
Nashville. So by Andrew Bayless along with the band. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and they give mad props to Nashville, by the way. So um, they said, man, these Nashville cats know what they're doing when it comes to producing shit. We appreciate the love from New York City. So
Nice.
this is the band's 10th full length release. So like I said, I've had 10 albums before, and I never thought to listen to it. So anyway, 14 songs, and it's real short, 30 minutes and 1 second in length. As you can imagine, there's a lot of couple tracks on there less than a minute, but hey, that's hardcore punk for you.
Yes, it is.
I guess that's the thing, is like you go in expecting some of that when you talk about hardcore punk.
Yeah.
You kind of, so for me to go in and be like, Non-Point's got this new record out. Oh, they got two songs that are 30 seconds. What the fuck? I was what I would be like, because I know Non-Point. I've followed their shit forever.
Oh yeah.
But when you got a punk hardcore band, even with say Hatebreed, if Hatebreed even did that, I'd be like, man, it's Hatebreed.
Yep.
I kind of I expect them to be short and sweet sometimes, but anyway, like I said, it was real short, 30 minutes. So if you got 30 minutes to spare, probably on a drive, you could probably get this whole album in.
Oh yeah.
So let's say this: Freddie has some range that he doesn't get to showcase. I think because of the style of music they play. I feel like that he could really do some belting if he wanted to. But he does have the perfect tone, I think, for like hardcore. I know that probably doesn't make sense for me to say, oh, he can belt this thing, but he has the perfect tone for hardcore. But
No, I know. I
trust,
know exactly what you mean.
yeah. Trust me, he can do both.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's no surprise that drumming would stick out in a hardcore record, because I feel like a lot of hardcore records that the drumming and the bass kind of work as a unit to kind of set the tone
Yep. I
for
agree.
for most records of that caliber. Guitar work was really good. I thought some good breakdowns, lead-ins. They had some real good lead-ins. Yeah, to me, it's just nothing fancy here. It's just straight up in your face, fuck the system hardcore. I mean, it's kind of everything that I was expecting to kind of hear. When I picked it, I'm just like kind of like, okay, well, this is what I'm expecting, and they kind of okay, this is exactly what I was expecting. So when I heard it, I think we all need a little bit of this once in a while, though. I do say that. Like I think that I may try to incorporate a little punk hardcore into my listening pleasure here and there, because I did feel a little bit better, listening to some of this stuff. And It's a mix of like old school, new school type, fuck the system shit. I
Yeah,
guess if you
of
think about it,
course.
of course, it's like fuck World War II, and then in the next sentence it's like fuck the shit's going on now. So kind of
Yeah.
like like I said, you expect that shit from hardcore bands, though. Man, that's kind of what their bread and butter is. So,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give it 3.5 horns. I actually thought it wasn't too bad. Like I said, I actually wish those other songs were a little bit longer. Because I actually enjoyed the vocals and the music compositions and everything. So
Nice. Very nice. All right. My album review this week is from the band Torpor. Their album is Dungeon Descent. They are a black slash heavy metal band formed in Warsaw, Poland. I'm not 100% sure when that was. Their lyrical themes are black magic and terror. They are currently on Dying Victims Productions. This is their debut LP. They did have a couple of split albums that they've done. They are a four piece, and it it's interesting how the dates are listed for this band because you have František Aršont who played bass. It says from question mark to 2026, so they don't know when he started playing bass in the band, but he played bass up until this year, and he does the vocals. Then you have Mike Magister IV, who plays guitar. It doesn't say when or for how long. Then you have Bloodhammer on drums from 2025 to present. Then you have Phil of Phalanx, who started playing bass this year. So we have a new bass player that took over from the vocalist.
wow.
I don't know when the band was formed, so I don't know if there are any original members left of this band. I
Oh,
have
that's
no
crazy.
fucking clue. I have no idea. The earliest record of anything that they have going on was 2018, but you and I both know that that means that doesn't mean that the band was formed in 2018.
Right, right, right.
So they had a single that came out in 2018. They had a split in 19, an EP in 21, and a split in 22. And then they didn't have anything new until this year. So I have no clue. Uh, let's see. The only thing it says for past members is they had a drummer who left last year. So well, that doesn't make I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It's so strange. But anyway, so they are a four piece, and those are the members. Um, the new album is 7 tracks, 32 minutes and 25 seconds. You can take a minute and 27 off if you want to, because the very, very first track was an instrumental intro that oddly enough faded into what sounded like it was already in the middle of the song.
Hmm.
I don't know. It was very, very strange. And then, it faded back out. It didn't bleed into the next track. It was just kind of there, like we've talked about before. Um, I will say that I was very, very surprised that this is the first black metal album that I've ever listened to that had fully clean vocals. That was a total shock to me. Absolutely was not expecting that at all. That being said, he sounds like he's singing in a cave, which is
Hmm.
weird in 2026 that we're still mixing albums like that. I don't know. I guess it's maybe just something that they're going for. Um, so the fact that it sounds like he's singing in the cave most of the time makes him sound like Joey Ramone, which is weird.
Hmm.
Um, not exactly the biggest fan of a lot of the guitar riffs. There's not really a whole lot of diversity in the way the guitars were written. I don't know if that's because they just have one guitar player. They don't have like a lead and a rhythm guitar, so they
Okay.
kind of maybe simplified the guitar compositions a little bit. Now, the guitar solos are a different story. The guitar solos are pretty well done. They're not in every song, which is kind of disappointing because the ones that you do get are actually written very well. One of the stronger parts of the album is the fact that there are a lot of tempo changes that will actually, they do help keep you kind of engaged with the album because the way that the guitar riffs are written, I would say that you could kind of get yourself lost from one track to the other if you're not
Hmm.
paying close enough attention. So, so there's that. Plenty of good bass lines, which I really like. The bass guitar is super duper present here. Drumming is okay. It didn't like blow me out of the water or anything, but I mean it was far from basic, so it was definitely more than adequate for the way the album was written. Um, Pretty easy listen, not too bad. Like I say, 32 minutes and 25 seconds is basically 31 minutes if you take off the almost pointless intro. I'm going to give this one three horns.
Okay. Good deal. All right. Well, you want to go through the list
Yeah.
for next week? See if we got any. I
Yep.
hadn't even looked at it,
Yep.
so
I've got it. I've got it right here from our buddy Chad over at HeavyMusicHQ.com. Rounding out the month of July, July 31st, starting off with Alter Rage with Cogwheel. We have Alt with Ataraxia, Anatomy of Habit with Paired Sentinels, Arsis Thesis with Ustanok, As Bright as the Stars with Celestial Ascension, Bear McCreary with the Singularity Eclipsis, The Body with Master We Perish, that's a re-release. Ceremonial Worship with Between Sleep and Death, that's How I Feel in the Morning. Chamber of Unlight with Avernus, Chris Caffrey with Faces, that's a re-release. Complexant with Apex, Dead Meadow with Foundlings, Death by Design Florida with The Trial of a Species, Disfiguring the Goddess with Bloom, Donnie V with Beautiful Things, Dry Wedding with The Back of Beyond, Dumbwaiter with Change, Element of Fate with Dreamfall, Finster Forced with Still, Fire Flame with Force Against the End, Five Finger Death Punch with Legacy. That's going to be one of those where people are going to either love it or hate it. Forced Entry with As Above, So Below. That's a re release. Framing Hanley with Do You Feel Guilty Being Okay? I'm not sure if Framing Hanley deserves to be on this list, but it's not
well,
my,
probably yeah.
not my website. Future Palace with Resurgence. Gost with Forbenelser. That's an EP. God Unknown with The Last Glimpse of Daylight. Hexorcist with Crucificial Imprecations. Iconic with Two, Lalu with A Mythmaker's Demise, Limbonic Art with Arcane Past, The Celestial Grimoire, The Limit with Another Drop, Nothingness with God Slaughter, Rat with Dancing Undercover, that's obviously a re release, The
Right.
Salt Pale Collective with And God Said Nothing. Then we have Scattered Remnants with Procreating Mass Carnage slash Inherent Perversion slash Destined to Fail. That is a re release. We have Cell Sword with Might and Vengeance, Sinner with Boom Bang Goodbye, Southpaw FLHC with The Standard, The Surge with Meow, Tabernacle with
Meow.
Meow. You have to listen to it, right? Meow. Uh,
Meow.
Tabernacle with Shine Talfa,
The
Tim
kitty, kitty
Mon Tim
like a
Mon. What's that now?
like so like a kitty catty boy.
Yeah. Am I drinking milk from a saucer? Uh, Tim Montana with the entire state of Tim Montana, Viande with Monument, Ox Morts, and let's see, how do you say this? Zati Tax with Abrasion. That's an EP. So that is the list
Okay, that's
for
a little
July
shorter.
31st.
A little shorter this week looks like. So
Yeah, a little bit shorter than what we're used to, but considering it's just the two of us,
well, we get something out of
we'll
it.
be all right. Yeah.
So let's try to figure out this band.
So yeah, won't be too bad.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at something from a band. I was, got sidetracked there. So.
That's all right, man.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess that went smoothly. I guess
Yeah,
it's
sure did.
11:51.
Yeah.
We're at the end of the show, so I guess that's a good timing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely not too.
wish we had that timing every week. That'd be nice, but
Yeah.
uh, we even had a little show and tell and all that stuff in the beginning
Yeah,
of the show,
a
and
little bit.
still managed to do all that. And you went through 10 deaths, so damn.
Yeah, and 2 weeks of hitting the road. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks in. Yeah, so man, crazy. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe we are getting a little
Maybe,
good at it.
maybe we are. Maybe we are getting. We're getting
Maybe
better. We're getting better
little
for
bit.
sure.
A
Evidently.
little bit. Yeah. Maybe a little.
All
I
right,
think after
guys.
5.5 years, we'd be doing something right. So,
I don't really know about. I just gave up talking about the radio station for now because I don't know what's going on with. There's like some so I'm going to say this: we are in a group when we pay for our stuff, so we're kind of grouped together. So there's like four of us.
Yeah.
So when we're doing that, we're purchasing the rights to the hub from the other guy in England.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some turmoil between him and Truly. So so I'm just going to say
Oh,
that.
I didn't know.
So
Okay.
she's pretty much told me that if he doesn't, do something quick, she's just going to buy her own shit, and we're just going to, that way we'll not. She goes, if I'll just buy the fucking uh, copyright shit every year, and then we'll just do our own thing. Fuck it. And I said, okay. I mean, that's fine with me.
It may
So,
end up being it may end up being easier with it based here in the United
I
States.
mean, maybe, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what goes into. I'm gonna have to. I think we got like a. She's trying to. She said in like 2 weeks she's gonna try to call me back and try to set something up to where we can get together once she just makes a decision on what she's gonna do. So so hopefully, like I said, we're going to get a radio station back at some point. I'm just not sure what's going on with it. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm over here left out, and you know, I'm just like, well, I pay for something, so where's
Where's my
where's,
product or my
where's
money
my
back?
product? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, while I fixed that, I canceled the fucking PayPal. I get PayPal payments, so I'm not paying for nothing else.
Hell no.
I gave him a month, and actually over a month. So I've already paid for a month and not gotten anything. So you know, once he kicks in and starts doing things, then I'll redo it or whatever. But
Fair enough.
just like I said, you don't go to the store and say, "Hey, I'd like an air Snickers." I don't want a virtual Snickers. I'm gonna pay for a virtual Snickers here.
Yeah.
I don't really want it. I just want to give you $3. uh, so
That's ridiculous. I don't
yeah,
blame you.
yeah. Speaking of which, actually, I might show you this real quick. Snickers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the bigger Snickers there is a regular size Snickers here in the United States. The other Snickers is a snack size Snickers in Ireland.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So you can imagine handing out your Halloween candy. That would be the Ireland side over there. That's what their Halloween handouts would look like.
Well, damn.
Yeah, I was uh, I was just like, Jesus Christ, that's a. I was wondering how big that was when I was like, man, that's a pretty big snack size. Like Jesus Christ, that's got to be like. Honestly, I think it's like if you buy a king size, it's probably like one of those bars.
Oh, yeah, because the king size is now two.
Yeah, two
I,
pieces.
and
So I
I
bet that's what it.
I hate that. I used to
That's
like
so
getting that.
stupid.
I used to like getting the big ass
Well,
goddamn,
yeah,
big as your forearm, goddamn Snickers
yeah,
bar. Yeah, I used to
yeah.
love that.
Oh, let me show you this one too. Let's see if I got this one here. To back up a little bit, but I don't know if I showed you this or not. Uh, let's see here. We didn't take but 600 pictures there, so I mean,
Right. Yeah. I think I saw 450 of them. But yeah.
uh, let's see. Oh, there it is. So that is a king size Twix over there,
Okay.
which is 8 bars. There's 8 bars in it.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
and it was €5.
That doesn't seem bad at all.
I know. I was like, hell, that would have been fucking $10 at Walmart here.
Yeah. It
I
would have.
mean,
Yeah.
so yeah, so everything's like really crazy cheap there, and it's crazy. Everything just tastes better there because they don't have all the damn stupid ass ingredients and stuff. Which I'll say this: like Susie has a gut disorder, and she didn't have any kind of flare ups while we were there. But 2 days in back here, she's already flared up. So, so that
I,
tells you right there that it's just the fucking food, what they put in the fucking foods and shit. So,
sure.
that's why everybody's shitting their fucking guts out over lettuce right now. So,
Yep.
so
Yes, it
can't
is.
can't trust anything. That's why I try to grow as much as I can on my own. I don't have to worry about the shit. So
Yep.
anyway, kind of got off target there, but anyway. So anyway, I was leading into to trying to close it up, talking about the podcast, talking about the radio station. So, but
Yep.
we'll probably just kind of keep it on the download, not talk about it until something happens. And
Until we know, yeah, sure.
And then we'll break the news. But
Yep.
I probably this, going forward, I probably won't even just talk about the radio station at this point because
Yeah, I don't think I've mentioned it on the last couple Metalhead minutes.
it's kind of just out there. So, but anyway, so in the meantime, you guys can follow us on our socials.
That's right. You can email us at metalheadsuniteusa@gmail.com. You can follow us on all of our social media platforms. The Facebook page, the Facebook group, send us a membership request. We'll get you guys hooked up with that. Follow us on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitch, Instagram, Rumble, TikTok, and all of the Facebook, X, Twitter. Yeah, I got all those. And then make sure you check out our past band interviews and the Theme of the Week playlist and the new release playlist over on Spotify.
And email us at metalheadsuniteusa@gmail.com. Old school way. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Or you can call us at 867-5309.
That's right. Ask for Jenny. Yep. Ask for Jenny. That's our receptionist.
That's our receptionist. Yep. So, Jenny.
12 Jennies.
Oh my God. Anyway, hopefully we will see you guys. We're back on the hamster wheel. So
yes, we'll
be back next week in some form or fashion. As far as I know, we don't have anything planned for band interviews, but if something pops up and that changes, we'll definitely. That's where you have to follow the socials to find all that out. So
yes, you do.
Or you just get surprised when you log in. So
yep. Either way,
yeah, we're okay with it either way. So
10 o'clock Central Time next Friday.
That's right. Till then, keep those horns.